Hello everyone, welcome back to lesson 5 of the Python calculator. So let's go over the learning objective as always. So the goal of this lesson is for us to basically understand how we can use loops, conditional statements, and string manipulation to basically extract the number and an operator from a mathematical expression in Python. We've learned how we can handle these multiple digit numbers and store operators for future calculations. Just to show you guys what an expression is real quickly here. Like 3 plus 3 equals 6, right? So this would be considered an expression. Okay, let's erase that. Let's go over the hints. So, same hint we've been getting from the past couple lessons. So remember that a string in Python can be treated like a list of characters. So let's go back. Let's just quickly revise that. I still have the code. I'll change up the teams. I know most of you are not soccer fans or football. So we can change up the teams. We can do subjects. Let's do science. Let's run it. So again, here we're using the range function to iterate over this string. So let's run it. Print science. Now we can add more spaces if we want. It'll just spread out the word more. There we go, science. Okay. Now we'll change this to another subject. My favorite subjects in high school was, I would say, physical education. Okay. Oh, just to see here, we're not using the range function here. We're just iterating over the string. Let's run it so we should see it. Physical education. And again, we can add more space. All right, let's see if we can do backslash n here. So it prints it in different. So it does. So it's printing physical education and a separate lines. Let's remove the back. Takes up too much space. All right. Let's go back to our hints. In Python, we can increment a variable by adding it to with the plus and the equal sign. As we showed you guys in the last lesson, we'll go over it again here. So the code here already. Then we have I. There's a variable I set to 0. And then we have I while less than or equal to 10. So that's our conditional statement. And then we're printing I and we're adding I. Let's just make this a little fun. So we want to do I times. Let's put us times by a string A. So it's going to print this. Let's see how this works. Might give us an error. Oh, it's nice. Press half of a triangle. So if we want, we can do like A, B, C, and then we can do B, C again. Let's see what it does. Really cool. Okay, so it basically prints it. I think that's right, A, B, C. Now what I'm gonna do is just, so there's more space, I'm gonna add some prints in here so it spreads it around a little bit. Okay, so A, B, C, A, B, C. But just the main thing here is to see that it is being added, right? Just incrementing it and then it's adding it. Let's just come back to ABC. Looks much nicer, I believe. Just trying to make it look nice ones. ABC, 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 a bunch of ABCs already. So this is how we increment a value after we assign it to the value of 0. Let's go back to our lesson. So the Python int function is int with brackets int function. It basically converts a string or a number. So it should be more like a float number into an integer. So we know there are three types of functions or types. There's the strings, the integers, and the floats. So let's scroll down. Let's see. So we've got two examples here we'll be going over. Let's put them apart. In this example, we have a string x and we have the digits 1, 2, 3 as strings, right? On line 74, they are totally strings. On line 75, we have a new variable y and we're converting the string 1, 2, 3 into an integer using the int function and we're adding 1 to it. And then we're just printing our y. So let's see if that does it. That should print a 124, which it does. So we were successfully able to turn our string 123 into an integer and able to add 1 to it. And here, in our other example, we have, oops, let's just make this x1 so we don't get an error because two same variables. So x1, which is basically float with 3.5. I have to break this down more. We'll take this out right here. We'll do 3.8. And we'll do x2 which equals to int brackets x1. This breaks it down more simple. So we have a variable x1 that's assigned to the value, a float value 3.8, and then x2 that's basically converting the value 3.8 to an integer, and we're printing a variable x2. So let's run it and see what it does. Okay. Another thing I want you guys to see here is even though 3.8 is much closer to 4 than 3, when you convert something to an int from a float, it will always round down. So it's basically like float division, it will always round down. Okay, let's go back to our lesson. So here's the explanation that you guys will be following to do your code. And then the next here are the multiple choice questions that we can read out first. So what does the condition if choice I equals plus or choice I equals negative or choice all the other operators in the code do? So when you guys code it, you guys will have to answer one of these questions. And the other question we have here is what does num1 int sign plus string num1 do in the code? So again, we have a sign, we have a string here, and then we have int here. So we're basically converting everything into an int. Oops, let's go down. So here we have our resources that will help us with while loop, string methods, and the int function. So we'll stop here with our lesson 5, and then in the next lesson we'll go over the next part of the section, the next section of the code. Until then, have a good bye.